Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. There's her energy. It's back. Here she is. Still no makeup on. Looking at that face. Guys, sorry for the delay again. This week has been, I'm just going through something. So we'll talk about it at some point, I'm sure, but just is what it fucking is for now. So doing my very best. Really mean it. And I'm going to keep doing my best. And tomorrow I know that we'll be up on time because we have an amazing guest coming on tomorrow, James Maple. He's an incredible activist. He's an unbelievable writer, a very talented host, and I cannot wait to introduce you guys to him. So that will be tomorrow. For those of you who are patrons in the $10 up tier, you'll get to ask him any kind of question that you want going into that interview. So make sure you submit those tonight once I post that. But for today's show, holy crap, do we have a rundown for you guys. Listen, a lot of stuff going on this planet. We're going to have some fuck yeah moments. We're going to have some crappy things to talk about and everywhere in between. One of the topics I want to talk about today, or I wanted to talk about today, was the fact that I heard there was going to be an Even Stevens reunion show. But then I don't know why I heard that, because I went to Google it and it wasn't anywhere. So let me know if you guys heard that or why I did hear that. Then the rest of the stuff is all stuff that we definitely have to break down. There's a show called Siesta Key. They just fired a cast member named Alex, who is seemingly incredibly fucking racist, and we will break down that story. But I have not seen somebody be so overtly racist and get fired yet. Usually it's more subtle racism. There was nothing subtle about this shit. So we will be talking about that. Chris D'Elia is being accused by multiple people of sexual misconduct, and we have to talk about it. I know that we have a lot of stand-up friends, and these are allegations and accusations at this point, but it is major news and definitely worth discussing today on the show, as I want to hear from you guys as well. Kristen Stewart was cast as Princess Diana. Interesting choice. It's an interesting choice. Why am I doing that with my voice? No fucking idea. We will talk about Kristen Stewart in a little bit. And then fuck yeah news. Little too late, but still fuck yeah. Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's are both rebranding and removing their very racist logos. So there's that. Fuck yeah, take that one for the victories. Again, we will talk all about that and more here on the show today, because we are doing another solo stream. That's 3 of them in a row. Lucky me to get to spend so much time with you guys. We will be taking questions throughout. Use that super chat. Use the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Support me if you can. It is a rough fucking month for your girl Rox. I'm sure it's a rough fucking month for you guys as well. And I just would love your support any way you can give it, whether that is financially or just being in here. Also commenting after the fact is very helpful. And tell your friends about this channel if you think this might be a safe haven for them or a nice community for them to be a part of. I would really love that. We've gotten rid of a lot of shitheads in the last couple months, as we can see, because we've dropped down subscriber wise a lot. We've dropped hundreds, if not 1,000 over at this point. And same on my Twitter and Instagram. But if you guys know people to add back to this channel that are not pieces of shit and are really great people who are looking for like-minded people, please tell your friends. So like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Tell your friends, support how you can, and everything like that. Let's get into it, starting with you guys in here in the super chat. Let's get to some of you. Spidey Sensei says, you look better today. Hopefully no tears before the show started. No, I haven't cried in like 12 hours. So that's pretty fucking cool, right? Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about on today's show. Thank you for reminding me. Crying. I will make sure I add something about that to the end of the show. very interesting statistic that I saw, that I heard from my dad and then checked in on, that I definitely want to talk to you guys about, because I think it will help all of us kind of feel a little less alone, but also explain a lot of what's going on right now. So thank you, Spidey Sensei, for the support. I really appreciate it. Matthew W. straight up lying to me, says, "You're an 11 out of 10 without makeup, rocks." Matthew, I love you, but it's not how she's feeling. Gregory Castillo, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate you. Thank you for being an awesome member of this community. And grateful, very grateful. Oh, Danny. Hi, Danny. I might not comment all the time, but I'm usually lurking in chats. Love you always, Roxy. Happy to have you, love. You should comment all the time. I always love seeing your face and hearing from you. And as always, thank you to my amazing moderators for being in here right now. I see Jake Yacovetta. I see PLD. You guys have cultivated and created one of the best communities on the internet. So grateful to have you guys in here and doing all that. And yep. Oh, when I say yep, I think a ducky. That's too sad to talk about right now. We'll talk about it at a different time. Okay. Also, Noah Denman in here saying, "Started moisturizing my neck thanks to you talking about it the other day." 36-year-old man. Fuck yeah, Noah. You know what? We got to do it right now. Listen, moisturizing your neck, as I've said to you guys, is key. We got to stay looking young. We got to keep on keeping on. And your neck shows them wrinkles. You know, if your face looks perfect, but your neck looks old as crap, then people know. So you got to keep it moisturized. It's like ASMR. You kind of hear it in here. Also, shout out to Miss Movies joining us right now. Hey, girl. Hey. So happy to have you here right now. We got a lot to talk about on the show today. So I was going to start by talking about Crystalia, but to be honest, I don't feel like it yet. God, do I not want to talk about that? But we're going to, because that's what this show is about, and we need to talk about these allegations and accusations and the women that are coming forward. And it's just not something I want to start with yet, because I'm still feeling like a little okay right now, and I know I won't be feeling okay about that. So I guess instead of starting with that, we'll get to that. We can start with another shitty story, but that kind of fires me up and ends with a decent result. And that's Siesta Key, guys. Siesta Key. So let's talk a little Siesta Key. This is a show that I have never seen. This is a show that I do not watch. And when I say the name Alex, I have no idea who that is. But I do this morning writers meeting that I told you guys about with the AfterBuzz team. And one of the big fans of Siesta Key, my friend Ebony, was filling me in on the entire situation and sent me screenshots. And this shit is fucked up. So what Ebony told me is that there is this guy on the show named Alex who is like sleeps with everybody, very popular on the show. Everybody loves him. And Siesta Key just let him go because incredibly racist comments came up from him in the past. Now, right now, when we're hearing racist, you know, you hear that people are saying racist things. Those things are usually very subtle. And we know that you're racist, but you're not saying things that like are so overtly racist. No. This dude was like, fuck it. You want to be racist over there? Hold my beer. This is like next level. So I'll say to you, I can't say everything he said because that's how racist it is. But what I will tell you guys is there were screenshots. So one of the screenshots that resurfaced is in 2013, and the top image is a group of Black women in the ocean, lake, I don't know where, just like it looks like a body of water that's pretty thin. And the Black women are all like hugging each other and in bathing suits and just like loving on one another. And then the bottom image is a picture of hippos. And then Alex Campo is the guy, writes on it LMAO and then the N word. Then there is, I feel like can't even look at this. Then there is in 2000 12, there's a picture of Obama, and it says, and this is somebody else posts this, and it says, I'm a stupid fucking N-word who should get the fuck out of office because I can't run this country for shit. And then Alex comments on it and says, truth, brother. So I know this is in 2012 and 2013. I get that this didn't happen yesterday. That being said, this is obviously true to his soul and his heart. I asked her if there was anything that had happened on the show. Said it's just always been very entitled, but no, nothing like this. I'm very curious if production knew about this going into it, and cast him anyway, or if they didn't know. But if they didn't know, then you didn't do much of a background check, did you? I mean, woof. Woof. That's rough. So he got fired. And I'm sorry because I don't know him and I don't watch the show, but also good riddance. Because you shouldn't be famous and we shouldn't be watching you, clearly. I don't know if he's made any kind of comment yet about this, or if he's apologized. It seems like I haven't seen that. And these are comments on other people's posts, but like, God, unless these were photoshopped and doctored. This is what the Siesta Key statement was. They said, we've made the decision to cut ties with Alex and are editing the current season to minimize his presence because he's in the current season. That was an MTV spokesperson. And they said in a statement to CNN today, he will not be in the future seasons of Siesta Key. That's also on Twitter. They said the exact same statement. So it's clearly the company line. That's the statement they are sharing. Yikes. Yuck. 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 I guess, he has a newborn daughter. Ugh. Very well possibly could be doctored. Anthony, I think they do their due diligence. I don't think that, they must have found this post and it must have been right there. And if it was doctored, he would have said that it was doctored. But there were so many. I read 2. There were more. I just don't want to keep reading them because I don't want to keep looking at them. And also, how many times am just ugh. That's how I feel. No. And again, it's not like this was, 2012. If he had done what Hannah Brown had done, where he said the N-word, sing a song, or had said it in something, but like I'm not saying that that's excusable, but maybe forgivable if he apologizes and says like he didn't know about the word when he was younger or whatever it is. But this is like in the era of Instagram, posting that on other people's Instagrams and about Obama and with hippos. Like, I don't know how unless you've done a 180 in your life, because in the last 7 years, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. People make mistakes, but I don't know about multiple posts being a mistake. And yeah, Sky says Hannah Brown at least seems to be trying to change. If you check her Instagram, I agree. I think it was stupid what she did, but I don't know that it was malicious. I think it was ignorant, but I don't know that it was hateful. And I think she is trying to, I think she's trying, you know, kind of what we're all doing in life, trying, except Alex doesn't do a very good job at it. Or maybe he does. Maybe he's trying to do exactly what he did. Let's go into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Starting with Paul Denuzio, who says, makeup, you don't need no stinking makeup. That's right, PLD. And that's because I'm unwilling to put it on right now because fuck it. Mark Jason Ali says, hi, Roxy. Hope you're doing better today. Hope everything is all right with your grandparents. I listened to the show from yesterday. Remember to hit like, friends. Take care, all. Saw my dad for the first time in over 3 months. So today was a good day. Yes, Mark. I love that. I'm glad you saw your dad. I think last we spoke, you hadn't seen your girlfriend in a while, but seeing your dad and your loved ones, I'm just glad that you're being able to see people. My grandparents are doing okay. I told you I've been having a really rough go at it, and Grammy sensed that and talked to me about it and is just really upset. You know, she doesn't like when I'm sad. So I feel bad because it's like I try to shield them from it, but I also, she's my person, so I can't lie to her. And when she asks me questions straight up, so she's been calling me and I got to give her a call back. I also have something really cool to bring over there. I would tell you guys on the show, but I don't want to because sometimes she tunes in and it's a surprise, like a hardcore surprise. So afterwards, I will tell you. Actually, you know what? Because I want to show you. No, I'll tell you afterwards. I can't risk the surprise. We cannot risk the surprise, but it's an epic one. It's for, I'll give you this hint. And Grammy, if you're listening, just block your ears for a minute. It's from my brother for my grandfather, for my papo. And I'm really, really excited about it. He did something. He had to go through a whole hoops jumping. I was going to say rigmarole, but where does that come from? Is that the right term? Anyway, very, very excited about it. And I'll tell you guys soon. But again, Grammy, if you just heard that, just shh, put it out of your brain. You don't even know anything. You know nothing. And also, I don't think Grammy usually makes it this far into these videos because she says she only likes the ones of me with a guest on. So there's that. Also coming into Streamlabs, I could fucking cry right now. Glenn Caesar, who's just the most generous human being on the planet and warms my whole soul. He says, hello, Roxy. Much love and appreciation for you doing the show today. I hope you're feeling at least a little better today than you were yesterday. And here's to helping you out a bit so you're not drowning this month. Hashtag Rockstars Band got you. Thank God for you, Glenn. Yeah, you're amazing. And I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody in here. But yeah, Glenn, you rock. All of you guys are rock stars. Brienne, I'm sure she did see your episode because she literally, she'll tune on if I'm alone. She's like, no, it's so much better when you have on your friends. I'm like, I get it. You don't want to listen to me talk for an hour. You're just talking to yourself. I know I'm talking to myself. All right. Also, did I see in here epic voice guy, John Bailey? Hello, friend. Thanks for being in here right now. I love when my friends join me. Okay. So, yeah, you're talking about Crystalia. I guess I'll just talk about Crystalia. Everybody's writing up articles on this right now. So, it's your pick of the litter, but THR just did one. Crystalia denies sexual misconduct allegations. So, Crystalia's statement was, I have never knowingly pursued any underage woman at any point. So that's what he said. Crystalia, for anybody who doesn't know, he's a stand-up and an actor, and the accusations is that he's been sexually harassing underage girls. This is again from D'Elia. This is something he said to TMZ. He said, I know I have said and done things that might have offended people during my career, but I have never knowingly pursued any underage women at any point. There have been multiple requests for comment from D'Elia's managers and agents, but they have not been returned by Hollywood Reporter. But again, he spoke to TMZ. The allegations were piling up this week. So there was one alleged victim that claimed that the Netflix series You actor, because for anybody who doesn't know, he was in the series You. I think he was just in the second season, but maybe he was in the first. So she said, actor once asked her for nude pictures, knowing that she was underage. She included snapshots of the emails allegedly from D'Elia. Other alleged victims who accused D'Elia of grooming also shared snapshots of conversations they claimed were with the comic in which he sexually harassed them. D'Elia responded to the claims on social media in a statement to TMZ, saying, all of my relationships have been both legal and consensual, and I have never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with the people who have tweeted about me. That being said, I really am truly sorry. I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. That's my fault. I own it. I've been reflecting on this for some time now, and I promise I will continue to do better. So for anybody who doesn't know the story, there's the story. That statement's a little confusing to me. Again, so let me pause and say, at this point, these are accusations and allegations. He is denying them. You guys know on the show from watching me for years, I believe women. I believe people. I think that it's incredibly hard to come forward with something like this, and that it is the lowest of reported crimes. This is the lowest percentage of fabrications of any crimes that are reported as sexual assault and misconduct. So we have every reason to believe these women. That being said, he is denying it. So we're going to talk about this and just know that the word for the rest of this conversation, the word alleged and the word accusations are there because we do not know. And there have been situations like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation in which it seems like both parties were doing different things. So we do not know the full story, but based on his response, these are my opinions based on what I am reading. Him saying, let's break this down. All of my relationships have been both legal and consensual, and I have never met or exchanged any inappropriate photos with people who have tweeted about me. That we're going to be able to know, because if he was asking underage people for photos and they have proof of that in their phone, they're going to be able to prove that. So is it possible that he didn't know their age? Yes. If they are an actor on a show, would he have been able to look it up if he wanted to make sure because they looked a certain age? Probably. So he might truly believe that they were legal and consensual, but then this next part gets very confusing. He says, that being said, I really am truly sorry. So here's an apology. We're not sure for what exactly. He goes into this next part. I was a dumb guy who absolutely, and absolutely is all capitals, absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. Okay, pausing here for a second. What we have to assume he's talking about is the comedian lifestyle, the celebrity lifestyle, the lifestyle of somebody who's constantly traveling, is pretty wealthy, has a certain amount of white privilege. I believe Crystalia is white, if not white passing privilege. Somebody who is able to have a lifestyle in which he can probably be with many people that he wants to be with. And by be with, I mean intimately or otherwise. And so that's what I think he probably means by his lifestyle. But I don't know what you're apologizing for because none of that is illegal or wrong. If you're a celebrity and you're having consensual relationships with people, then there's nothing to apologize for. The next part that says that's capital MY, so my fault, period. I own it, period. So what is he saying is his fault? Does he just feel bad about how he treated people? Is he trying to allude to like not calling back women or not having serious relationships or leading people on? I'm not exactly sure what he's saying is his fault and what he's owning. And then the next sentence says, I've been reflecting on this for some time now, and I promise I'll continue to do better. Okay, so what have you been reflecting on? The way that you treat women? Um, what part of it are you reflecting on? So I just thought this statement was a little interesting. And again, we've talked about this on the show. There are levels of things. Obviously, at the top of that is um, Jeffrey Epstein, right? Who is raping minors, hundreds and hundreds of minors. That's as bad as sexual assault and misconduct gets. And the Harvey Weinsteins of the world. Then on a different level, are the Louis C.K.'s of the world who are using their power to intimidate women into jerking them off or watching them jerk off into plants. Then there's, I don't need to just keep naming all of the Me Too people, but there are different levels. This is going to depend on if it's minors, if it's truly actually minors, then even if it's consensual, it's never consensual because they're minors and they cannot consent. So that would be an issue. If he's asking for photos, I guess that would be considered child pornography, which obviously is an issue. This, or is it more of an Aziz Ansari situation where it's not somebody that I would want to be with because he doesn't treat people well, but I guess it's not technically illegal. So if minors is on the table, then it's illegal regardless. But yeah, this whole thing just sounds like and we will see more that comes out, and we have to be open to all of the facts, and not write a narrative prior to knowing everything within the first 10 minutes of something dropping. But it's something I'll be looking out for. And I think that a lot of us in here, probably including myself, have been fans of Chris D'Elia and his comedy. He is very edgy. He pushes a lot of boundaries. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I've been looking in the chat. It seems like you guys are a little split. There's the innocent until proven guilty, United States way that people are talking about. And then there's also multiple women coming forward saying that he's sexually harassed or formed misconduct on minors. So I also do think that it is kind of, um, I'm using the word interesting, but just give me a little grace there because I don't know that interesting is the right word. That this is coming out during such a poignant time in Black Lives Matter and this has not been the month of the Me Too movement. This has been the month of BLM. And I wonder if this gets a little buried because people aren't looking for this right now. Um, I don't know that to be true. It does seem like it's getting a lot of press. It's trending number one on Twitter. But just with all the things that are going on this month, I don't know if this is remembered the same way as if it was part of more of a Me Too movement time, if that makes any sense. We will see. Yikes. Yikes. These things suck. They suck. It sucks for these women. It sucks to talk about. I can't believe I can't, this is going to be the dumbest comment I ever made, but like, I can't believe that anybody would want to be with a minor. That is such a, like, I don't understand what the fuck is happening on this planet for me. Um, and then to be a celebrity and to reach out, I mean, uh, all right. Well, we've got more things to talk about, so let's move on. But again, continue to let me know your thoughts in the comments, in the chat. Be respectful to one another. Everybody has different opinions, and that is okay as long as we're being respectful of them. Also, shout out, thank you so much to Grumpy G in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, saying just wanted to support. Thank you, Grumpy G. I really appreciate that and always appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's talk about Kristen Stewart. You guys feel like talking about Kristen Stewart? Let's see. Kristen Stewart, guys. She's going to be Princess Diana. This one kind of came as a surprise to me. It's nothing to do with the fact that I don't think Kristen Stewart's talented, because I do think she's actually like super duper talented. And I've never seen Twilight, so I don't have that to kind of cloud me on Kristen Stewart or Robert Pattinson, but I think she's talented and all. But this is a strange choice. I would never have seen this coming. There is a movie coming out called Spencer, and this is when Lady Di rejected the fairy tale ending. Virtual Can's hot package. Let's see. This is coming from Deadline. Pablo Larraín is set to direct and Kristen Stewart to play Princess Diana in Spencer, a drama that shapes up to be a hot package for the virtual Cannes market. Can market. Like, okay. The Stephen Knight scripted film covers a critical weekend in the early 90s when Diana decided her marriage to Prince Charles wasn't working. She needed to veer from path and put her in line to one day be queen. The drama takes place over 3 days in one of her final Christmas holidays in the House of Windsor in their Sandringham estate in Norfolk, England. Production is expected to begin in early 2021. A lot of people are saying right now she was cast because of her haircut. It's not that she doesn't look like Di at all. It's just that Di is so like regal and Kristen Stewart is so rough and tumble. And that she's an actress, so it doesn't mean she can't do it, but I'll just be fascinated to see this. I feel like there's no way this was a straight offer. To me, this must have been an audition and she must have crushed it, because otherwise, why? So she's probably going to be pretty good if I'm being honest about it, unless they just needed some star power, in which case that might be an issue. The director said, Kristen is one of my as one of the great actors around today. To do this well, you need something very important in film, which is mystery. Kristen can be many things, and she can be very mysterious and very fragile, and ultimately very strong as well, which is what we need. The combination of those elements made me think of her. The way she responded to the script and how she's approaching the character is very beautiful to see. I think she's going to do something stunning and intriguing at the same time. She is this force of nature. I've seen movies from Kristen that are so diverse. It's incredible, showing different layers and her diversity, her strengths as an actress. We're very happy to have her. She's very committed as a filmmaker. When you have someone who can hold such a weight, dramatic and narrative weight, just with her eyes, then you have the strong lead who can deliver what we are looking for. Okay. Okay. That's what I keep doing. Okay, 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 okay. I guess. Um, if our bats can be bats, then K Stew can be die. Speaking in tongues. So it's another wild one. Let me know what your thoughts are. Ben Rayner in here is saying, weird, Kristen is American and Diana is British, right? Where is where is I don't know where. Let me see. Where is Kristen Stewart from? Let's see. Why isn't this just automatically popping up? Kristen Stewart. I know she's not British, but from Kristen Stewart, maybe born? She's born in LA. So, yeah, and British actors play Americans all the time, and vice versa, Sky. That is true, but we'll just see. We'll have to see how she does, what it's like, what the tone is. Hopefully, she does a great job. You know, I'm always rooting. Oh, what did I put up? Pattinson is way better actor than Stewart. He's earned his roles. She's been doing a lot of stuff too. She has been. So you never know. Could be really good. Should we talk about Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben? Words that feel weird coming out of my mouth in general. So Uncle Ben's brand will evolve following Aunt Jemima's removal. This is coming from a Forbes article. So Mars said Wednesday it would evolve the visual brand of its Uncle Ben's rice, which features the likeness of a black man, just hours after Quaker Oats announced the Aunt Jemima brand, long decried as a racist caricature, would be removed and replaced. Yeah. Mars says it does not know what the exact changes it will make to Uncle Ben's or what they will roll out, but they're evaluating all possibilities. Quaker Oats, parent company of the Aunt Jemima pancake mix and syrup, announced Wednesday morning, so that's today, that the brand would be completely revamped with new packaging and acknowledged Aunt Jemima's origins are based on a racial stereotype. Social media users heavily speculated on Twitter Wednesday that Uncle Ben's would be next to change. And then the name Uncle Ben was first used in 1946 and was referencing a black male rice farmer known by the same name, according to the rice company's website. And the likeness was a beloved Chicago chef and waiter named Frank Brown. So interesting. In 1971, the image of Uncle Ben was removed from packaging, according to the company's website, but the image took its rightful place on our packages again in 83. Huh. So you went from 71 to 83 without it, but then you added it back in. Yikes. Please don't let that happen again this time. Strange. Just super strange. I'm glad the products aren't going away, but I am glad that they are evolving with the times, and I appreciate their ability and willingness to change. And it's not inexpensive to rebrand, probably very expensive. So it's worth the money. What do you guys think about this? Are you surprised to see that either of these brands are changing? Are you happy to see that they are changing? Are you indifferent? Um, Curious your thoughts. Let me know. Checking in the chat, in the Streamlabs, and in the super chat. Don't forget streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. She's losing her shit, guys. Joseph says it's long overdue with Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima. Washington Redskins needs to change too. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who follows suit. Let's see. Also, guys, more stuff that I wanted to talk about. Although, actually, you guys are still talking about this in here. So curious. Rebranding means I'll look for another brand. Scanners. What do you mean? Because they're rebranding, you don't want to be with them anymore? Happy to see them changing, says Chris. But good that it's changing, says Jazz. I'm Black, and I've honestly never thought about it, but good on them, says Sky. Oh, interesting. What's wrong with Uncle Ben? That's a good picture. Just make sure his family has been taken care of. Fillmore, I'm sure they haven't made sure of that. And I think it's because of the connotation of him being a rice farmer back in the day. And let's see. Uncle Ben. By the way, I always thought it was Uncle Ben, and it's Uncle Ben's. I don't know why I've always said Uncle Ben. Okay, this is coming from NBC News. And this is what it says. The parent company. We know we have a responsibility to take a stand in helping to put an end to racial biases and injustices. Racism has no place in society. We stand in solidarity with the Black community. We know to make the systemic change needed, it's going to take a collective effort from all of us, individuals, communities, and organizations of all sizes around the world. Uncle Ben's was founded as a converted brand rice by co-founders Eric Husenlob and Gordon Harwell, according to the brand's website. The name Uncle Ben's began being used in the 1940s after Harwell and his business partner discussed a famed Texas farmer referred to as Uncle Ben, known for his rice. The image of a Black man on the box was modeled after Frank Brown, a waiter at the Chicago restaurant where Harwell. Okay, so the waiter it's a waiter about Uncle Ben, and they're not the same person even. Critics have pointed out the problematic use of Black man to be the face of a white company, noting that Black men were often referred to as boy or uncle to avoid calling them Mr. during the country's Jim Crow era. Look, I'm educating myself even more, which is great. Thank you guys for pushing me to do this. Uncle Ben's had a rebranding in 2007 when Mars portrayed the Uncle Ben character as a businessman, according to New York Times. Quaker Oats said Wednesday that it plans to change to Aunt Jemima and all of that. So that makes perfect sense. And they make great rice. So I'm happy to have the rice and happy that they're on with the BLM movement and appreciate all of that. Hope you guys do as well. Seems like most of you guys are talking about it being insensitive. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. The thing that I haven't talked to you guys about yet that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which I brought up earlier with the crying thing. This was a really wild thing that caught me off guard that my dad is talking to me about right now. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but he saw it on MSNBC, and then I looked it up. And I saw it on a ton of different, not a ton, a couple different websites as well. There is a statistic that says right now, going back, Lewis, the crying thing, somebody said something about me crying yesterday, and I said, oh, that reminds me. So that's what I mean. Earlier, I was talking about that, going to this. There's a statistic going around right now, and if you know the answer, don't say it. But in the chat, if you write this right now, what percentage of U.S. adults do you think are happy right now? Which percentage of US adults do you think are happy? Write your percentage in the chat. Again, if you know the answer, then don't write it, but write in your guesses for which percentage of US adults say that they are happy. If asked, what percentage? Okay. Let's see. A lot of different things coming in here. Okay, some are lower, some are higher. The answer is 14%. 14% of US adults say that they're happy. Which is really upsetting. That is down from 31% who said that they were happy in 2018. In 2018, 23% of people said that they often or sometimes felt isolated. Now that's 50%. And I saw this stat, and first I felt really sad. Really sad, because the fact that in the country that I live, and I'm sure in other countries there must be similar stats, the fact that only 14% of people are happy, it's kind of no wonder shit's really hit the fan. And it's kind of no wonder people are going crazy and saying horrible things and lashing out and are trolls, and because they're unhappy. So there's part of me that just felt so sad about that. And then there's part of me that felt a little relieved about this. Like, okay, first of all, if you ask me right now, am I happy? My answer is definitely no. I think if I ask a lot of you guys, your answer is probably no. And right now, it might be okay to not be happy. We're in a global pandemic. This is the biggest fight against racism of our lives. We're incredibly isolated from each other. We're inundated with more social media than ever. And 2020 has been a year of economic disaster. I've lost multiple jobs. I know a lot of you guys have lost multiple jobs. We're just trying to stay afloat. And I think that it was nice to know that this might be fleeting. This percentage has never been this low. And happiness could be around the corner for a lot of us. And I don't know if that kind of resonates with you guys, but for me, I just like to remind myself that I'm not always going to feel like this. And to remind you guys that you're not always going to feel like this if you're feeling the same way that I am. And we have to give ourselves the opportunity to make it till tomorrow so that we don't fucking risk not knowing that we can be happy one day. And I know it might feel like that's going to take a while. But we got to wait and we got to work for it. And yeah, I asked my dad, do you feel happy? And he said, no, I feel very unhappy. And I said, okay, do you, and I said to him, when was the last time you felt happy? And he said, it was a little bit before quarantine, that wedding that I couldn't go to because the flights were during COVID. And he was like, we were at the wedding and I felt happy. And I think that happiness does come in moments and waves. And that sometimes you feel happy one day and then you don't feel happy the next day. And so you never know. You could wake up and have a day of happiness, and then you could have 10 fucking shit days. But there is happiness on the horizon at some point, especially if you're working to it, if you're working for happiness, if you are practicing like some of our guests do meditation, or if you're learning a new skill, or if you're working on a new job or starting a family. There's so many different things. Art. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, I think I need to share this with everybody, because if you're not feeling happy right now, you are certainly fucking not alone. And if you are feeling happy right now, know how lucky you are and really own that and try to spread that joy for other people, because this is a really fucking hard time for a lot of us, even the happy ones. And I think people would appreciate the love being shared. I know that I would. So there's my little happiness rant. I hope that I didn't bum anybody out. Hopefully it made people feel okay. Yeah, I hope so. Because this shit is fucking tough. Fucking tough. Jake in here said it'd make him happy if you guys hit the like button. We also got a super chat earlier from Larry Lease that said hit that like button, guys. So yes, absolutely. That would make me momentarily happy. And any kind of happiness I bring to you guys, that makes me happy. So I appreciate you guys sharing that with me and telling me things and supporting each other. So yes, I do want to go into the Streamlabs, and then we will be getting out of here soon. But Chris Martinez says, "Hey Roxy, hope you're having a great day. Sorry if this is off topic, but do you have any advice on how to find motivation for working out? Most of my motivation is based on I hate myself, and that's not super healthy for me." Totally, Chris. I'm having an actually difficult time recently as well, but I know that starting is the hardest part. The first 3 workouts you do, you have to really fucking convince yourself. Because we don't want to do it. You don't want to get up. And it doesn't help to look in the mirror and see something you don't like and then say, like, I fucking hate myself, and then to try to do it. Because you need to find ways to love yourself. But I do think that I don't know that there's a person on the planet who has felt worse after working out. So remember that, especially if you are somebody who's fighting for your happiness, this might be something that helps, especially with endorphins. And if you can try to not look at it as a chore and try to more look at it as an accomplishment, like, okay, what did I do with my day? You're accomplishing all different things instead of, oh, I have to do this. If it's more like, oh yeah, I accomplished a great workout. And hopefully that will help a little bit, but know that it does get easier after you do it with a little bit of consistency. So set goals, try to reach them, feel that happiness and feel that joy. Know that change doesn't come quickly. So you're not really working out so that in a week you see more tone, because it takes time. But hopefully the endorphins will help and keep you going. So thank you for that question, Chris. And hopefully that helps a little bit. Glenn Caesar says, another good show today, Roxy. Glenn, you're still my person, obsessed with you. Lewis Cox says, sending you an internet hugs, Rox. We love you. Right back at you, Lewis, and I appreciate that. Before we get out of here, again, do not forget, guys, that my friend James Maple will be joining us tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. He's an AfterBuzz host. He is an incredible writer. He is an activist, and he did 8 straight days of protesting that he's going to come on and talk to us about. He's also been a really big help in talking about how to really take your allyship to the next level. And yeah, one hell of a guy, and I'm excited for you guys to get to know him more. So if you are a patron, make sure you look out for that tonight and ask questions. Before I get out of here, a couple more things. Weston Iris says, Roxy Woman, appreciate that. Noah Denman says, great way to describe the way that exercise can help mental wellness. Wonderful. no, I'm glad. Yeah, it's hard, but it really can be very helpful. So hopefully that helps. Jonathan Donsel says, hang in there, Roxy. Did I already say that he said that? If I did, I forgot, but thank you, Jonathan. Losing my mind a little bit. Okay, well, lots of love to you guys. I will see you tomorrow with James Maple. Before that, oh, and also remember that tomorrow night we are going to be doing the World Girls fundraiser. We are going to be giving all proceeds to Know Your Rights Camp, which is Colin Kaepernick's fund. And we are going to be playing Truth or Dare. So you guys are going to be able to ask truth or tell us to do dares. The more you pay, the crazier you can get. No, we're not taking our tops off, but we're going to try to raise a boatload of money, and hopefully you guys come. It's an amazing, amazing charity. It's for a great cause. It will be a really fun show. That is tomorrow night at 7. And that will be right here on this channel, but we'll be here with James before that. So don't forget. And yeah, it's going to be a good next 48 hours, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So World Girls tomorrow night with Darina, Ariano, Steph Sabra, and myself. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy that one. So come ready, come creative. Glenn Caesar says, much respect for wearing the BLM pin, Roxy. Yeah, the protest I went to, these little kids were handing these out. So I've been wearing it around because I think it's so freaking cute that they were handing them out. And also because I wear this with pride at all times. So yeah. Also in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Grumpy G says, haven't been happy in the last 10 years. Been on therapy for a long time. They say it will get better, but I'm skeptical. Sorry if I'm bumming you guys out. You're not, Grumpy. Rough patches are different lengths of time for different people. And I know that it can get better because I was really depressed for years. When they say that it will get better, it will, as long as you keep going and keep working at it and find new things to love and passions, and it really can get better. Stone Fanboy says, amazing work as always, Roxy. Keep it up, friend. Hoping one day to see you frozen in carbonite, or at least photoshopped like you're frozen in carbonite like this. All right, let's see what he's got picture-wise. I don't know that I'm going to be able to see this. Let's try it. Nope, I can't see that. Sorry, Stone Fanboy. It won't let me look. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. And I will talk to you and see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Keep fighting. Know that you're not alone if you're not feeling okay. And we're going to work on this together. So love you guys lots. And I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. live with Roxy.